Durham Cathedral was founded as both a cathedral and a monastery, and that is the way it was for 500 years. But in the 16th century, at the time we call the Reformation, Thomas Cromwell wanted, in that sense, to dissolve the monasteries.
One dreadful day, at the beginning of December 1539, Henry sent 3 commissioners to Durham to destroy the shrines of Cuthbert and Bede and to find any other money that was lying around in the monastery.
One of the miracles of Durham is that at the Reformation we didn't lose the mortal remains of St Cuthbert and St Bede.
They sent a goldsmith up to Cuthbert's shrine to take off the gold and the silver and the precious stones. And then he called out to the commissioners, "I've come to a chest strongly bound in iron, what shall I do?" And they said, "Smash it open." So he took the great hammer of a smith and he smashed it open. And he cried out, "Alas, I've broken his leg." And the commissioner shouted, "Throw down the bones, we're going to burn them." And he said, "I can't. They're kept together with skin and tissue." And they said, "Oh, rubbish, throw down the bones." He said, "Come and see if you don't believe me." So one of them went up and had a look, and they found it was just as the goldsmith had said. I wonder if this is why they didn't look any more closely and discover Cuthbert's cross. In 1541, 12th of May, Henry VIII founded Durham Cathedral as an Anglican cathedral.
And so it was changed from being a monastic cathedral into one of the new cathedrals of the Church of England.
Sometimes when you read about the Reformation, you think all the monks were thrown out onto the land and poor little things, they had to look after themselves or whatever. In Durham, half the monks were pensioned off.
The last prior became the first dean, and 12 of the senior monks became the first canons.
And all the others were offered parishes.
And the dean and canons were allowed, if they so wished, to marry, and so the nature of the cathedral changed very radically in that time. The great thing was that the buildings of Durham Cathedral were preserved intact, and so we have them today. It was one of the positives. The negatives are that we did lose precious books. Since the Reformation, there's been some very significant developments.
In the beginning of the 19th century, there was a lot of aggro about the amount of money that the church had. So they decided they would found a university.
In 1832, Bishop of Durham founded Durham University.
It was Van Milbert and the dean and chapter of the cathedral who together founded the university.
And that has grown from small beginnings into the major world-leading university that it is today.